Comunque gli halfback sono in assoluto quello che si rompe di più.
Eh beh, sì.
Minchia, ho messo gli infortuni. Minchia, ma bestiale. Cioè, c'è gente che ha tre halfback rotti e ce ne butta due.
Sì, sì, sì.
Sì, io sono il Brown, mi sembra di avere visto.
Vai, vai, iniziati, poi mi stai.
Ah, Marcello il Capo ha i due running back rotti.
Ma pure Pepe, che io ci ho giocato contro, c'ha Giovanni Bernard e Joe Mixon
Sì,
tutti e
sì,
due
tre
rotti.
alphabet. Tutti e tre gli alphabet ha rotti per te. Che era quello che avevo visto oggi contro alphabet. Ah no, ora solo due.
Anch'io, ragazzi. Ci sentiamo dopo?
Beh, ma vabbè. Allora
Vabbè.
io vengo più tardi perché me la vado a
Io
vedere
pure,
fino
io
all'una.
esco.
No, io vado a fumare dopo. Sì, sì, poi magari dopo. Sì, sì, sì.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Buon match, Pisano. Con Steven, amore.
Black 20. 54 my score. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Black is there.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
180. Watch my boy. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Watch the safety creep. Check. Flash it through.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
All right, now. 230. Check. Watch 54. Better bring. You better bring. Let me know right now. You better bring. 8. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slide.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Take both of them. SOS.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Easy.
Roethlisberger will hand to Counter. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Connor. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Roethlisberger keeps it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. To throw is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
You got nothing.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Here we go. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Mike, 49. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Back at the 25-yard line.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
21.
49 to Mike. Watch 49. Check, 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 check.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. This one to Foster Moreau, the rookie from LSU. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
230. 54 Mike. Get your swarm on. Alert, alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch. Corner. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Got to do better. Come on, TV, come on.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Check 3.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Come va con l'impasto, Po? Come va con l'impasto?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Focus, defense, focus.
Check, 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 check. 11. Pilot, 64, weak.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught. It's the rookie Deebo Samuel. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go,
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All day, baby, all day. 11.
Watch the twins.
13.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Switch it. Come on, switch
Six.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking it about the 16. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go. What do you need? I'm coming. Jim. Black. Mike's 49. Not here.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
I got 19. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball.
He's got a man, complete. 39 yards there, a big one.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On second down now, it's Connor. In on the stop, it was Tarvarius Moore. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
First down, Pittsburgh.
All right, now, left 30.
Quit talking about it.
Alert.
On first down, Connor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Quickstone, travel.
Right back to Connor here on first. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Snicker, 66.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, but it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis.
Here we go.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go.
49, guys.
Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Jack 16. Focus, focus. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Connor on the toss play. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Oh, he slipped right by him. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Let's go.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I'm going from back.
Lock, lock, lock!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
21.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
Here we go.
Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep. It got his man complete. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Let's go. Do it.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the
We
field.
got this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Well, a throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
230.
Mike 54. Wrap it, wrap
50.
it. Wrap. Mike 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby. All day.
Flag,
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to go up top for the end. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 50.
Now Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a 1st down.
230. He don't know no better. Easy. Show that bench release and go.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here
4
we go.
yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Alert.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Going deep for Moncrief. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. D Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here we go. 180.
49's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Out. 21.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He will push his way down to about the 14. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Lawyer jump! Slam, slam!
Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Coming to you, coming to you. 49.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Back to throw, Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for the 49ers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.